That wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. And there are many ways that we can define who we are. In short, we are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of all creation. And we do this as we inspire to live authentic spiritual lives through the practical applications of the science of mind. Yeah. And there are many things that we teach here from the science of mind, and I can boil them down to 4 top things. So the first one is that all thought is creative and influential. If you're thinking it, whether you realize you're thinking it in the subconscious or you're actively thinking it, both things are creative and influential in creating and outpicturing that life that we are each living. Number 2 is that there is only God. Everything that we see, feel, touch, smell, taste, it's all God, and it's all good. And you say, well, what about those things that don't feel so good? Those things we believe that is evil, and that starts and stops in our mind. That there is only good to the degree that we choose to use it. Number 3, and I really love this one, is that everything is either an expression of love or a call for love. So if you are encountering a challenging situation, or perhaps a coworker or a neighbor or someone on the road that doesn't feel so loving, bless you, bless you, bless you, then that too is an opportunity to remember, oh yeah, this is a call for love. This is an opportunity to practice what we preach here. And number 4 just kind of wraps it all up, is that there is a place within each one of us, regardless of what we have been through, regardless of what anyone has ever told us, there is a place within us that is whole, perfect, and complete. And this is the truth of who you are right here and right now. All right. And so now that I've told you a little bit about who we are, we want to see if we have any first-time guests in the room or online. So if you're here for the first or second time and you feel comfortable, would you just raise your hand or write in the chat that you're new? All right. Welcome, welcome. We've got a couple. That's beautiful. Oh, we are just so glad that you're here. And if you are joining us for the first time online, please be sure to check us out at our website after service so you can sign up for our newsletter. You can do that here as well, over on the side table, to put your name on the newsletter to find out all the amazing activities and things we have going on at the center. All right, and now I want to invite Ethan up to join me, or Ian up to join me. Ethan, I'm changing your name today. To join me for the inclusion candle lighting ceremony. We light this candle to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, all beings, and all life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation, seen and unseen. This candle reminds us of the light of spirit within all of us. Thank you. Oh, just feeling into that. It feels like a little mini prayer to me this morning, is that light as we come into spring that we talked about and is our theme for this month. And I want to remind us that if there is something that is on your heart or weighing on your mind and you would like prayer, we love to pray. You are not alone. Please come. We have Rev. Madeline available for prayer after service today. We would love to pray with you. We're here to celebrate the wins, celebrate your good, as well as pray for anything that is weighing on your heart. And again, if you prefer, there are in the seat backs in front of you, you'll find the lavender prayer requests. They look a little like this. And you can fill those out if you prefer and put it in the box that's just to the left of the door. Or if you are online, you can visit the website after service, sierracenter.org. Click on spiritual support from the menu bar. Then you'll select prayer, scroll down to the bottom of the page, click submit a prayer, and there you can fill out what's very similar to that form so that one of our practitioners can reach out to you. All right, and now we'd like to go ahead and invite Carol up for our announcements. Oh, there she is.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Carol Understeer, a member of the Board of Trustees here at Sierra. So here are today's announcements. I feel like I'm in the light. I'm in the light. I am in the light. I am. First of all, pick up your March, April double issue of the Science Mind magazine over there on the counter. $10 is your fee, but it's well worth it. Don't miss our drop-in yoga with Sarah, Thursdays from noon to 1. Please bring your own yoga mat, and again, $10 is suggested love donation. We have our Board of Trustees meeting, so please, if you have an interest in attending, please let us know, and we meet in the back, I think around 12, so please join us. Sacred Dance Circle tomorrow, March 17th, 10:30 to noon, Sierra Center. Please arrive at 10:15. RSVPs are appreciated. And are you ready to change your thinking and change your life? Taught by Rev Mitch and assisted by Rev Lanny. This class starts this Thursday from 6:30 to 9. 6-week course will help you apply Science of Mind principles to transform your relationships, health, wealth, and personal well-being. Cost is $175, and payment plans are available, so don't let that be a challenge for you. Add your name to the sign-up sheet in the foyer. Next, we have coming up Crystal Sound Healing Bath with Sarah on Friday, March 21st from 5:30 to 6:30. I'm very much looking forward to that. Celebration of spring equinox here at our center with affirmations from Ernest Holmes' This Thing Called You. That's a wonderful, wonderful guidebook. I will use that word from Ernest Holmes. $15 prepaid, $25 at the door. See the flyer in the pre-registration link, and we have those as well over there. Guest speaker coming. I know Rev Mitch has mentioned this before. Dr. Georgia Prescott is back. Sunday, March 23rd, accompanied by the music of Gina Wesley, followed by a special performance of Authentic Voices. You have flyers on your seats this morning. A reader's theater offering real-life stories from diverse journeys of resilience, transformation, and courage. You won't want to miss this. Looking very forward to that as well. Oh, thank you. All right. I think we have a little video. All right. Okay. Go with the flow, as they say. So our next on our announcements, are you looking for a way to serve, connect, and make a difference? And volunteers are needed for the Building Search Committee. We've talked about that before, to help us look for a new location, as well as the Abundance Subcommittee. And I am participating in that subcommittee, so that helps us build prosperity in our community with lots of creative ideas to bring to the table, to help with activities and fundraising. Let's work together to strengthen and grow our community. Sign up for committees in the foyer. We will meet once a month. See Reverend Mitch for more information, or for the Abundance Committee, you can come by and let me know as well. Come and support our Rise and Speak students by attending their lived experience talk on Saturday, April 5th, time to be announced. Each student will give their message of love, hope, and transformation. I had the privilege of supporting that class last week, and I'm looking very forward to hearing all those lovely stories. Very exciting. And I walked through that class from Reverend Mitch too, so it was life-changing for myself. Last but not, I apologize, there's more. Save the date. Jessie Powers is coming in concert on Friday, April 11th. Her style is soulful, uplifting, New Thought music, which she has performed all across the U.S. I have not heard her, and I know she was at Asilomar, I believe. Yes, so she's one of those up-and-coming New Thought musicians, so looking forward to that as well. Info flyers and sign-up sheets, as usual, are for our classes and events are located again in the foyer. Please find our Zoom links, details about our announcements, and our weekly newsletter on our website, sierracenter.org. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Reverend Madeline, and I'm your practitioner for today. And so I have a sacred reading for us. And it's from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. But my book is so full of little post-it marks, I did it on a piece of paper. But the book is really, really worth it. So this is actually from December 18th. It's called Lighting Our Way. This is Carl Jung. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making darkness conscious. If Jung is right, then perhaps paradise is no more than seeing the light forming in the dark. Perhaps being awake is paying attention to the ongoing moment of life that we so often take for granted. That moment, like conception, like the seed cracking open, that is happening even as you read this. Yet, as a headlight grows filmed by driving through all kinds of weather, which we've been doing, the gift of which we perceive gets covered by experience. And our ability to see it is diminished until we clean the gift. This is a lifelong process, one that never ends, but always begins. So the care of one's being is imperative and continuous. As simple and hard as wiping the residue of experience from your mind and your heart. Letting your original face again light the way. Though, like the scratch in the middle of your back, we often need each other to regain our sense of oneness. There's more, but that's enough for now. And now we get to hear, yes? Oh, the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. Do we have it in the bookstore? I don't know. But Marilyn's going to give us a song.
Oh, dual microphones here. Oh, I didn't get the words up, huh? All right, well, I'm going to show you how this goes because I want you to sing it with me. Oh, I'm looking at that. Okay, groovy. I'm happy about that. All the answers to every question, they come from within. Sing it with me. All the answers to every question, they come from within. Once again. All the answers to every question, they come from within. Ask and you shall receive. I ask and I receive. And so it is. Ask again. Ask and you shall receive. I ask and I receive. And so it is. I am spirit in expression. This earth is my heaven. I am spirit in expression. This earth is my heaven. Once again, I am spirit in expression. This earth is my heaven. Behold, I am blessed. Behold, you are blessed. And so it is. Behold, behold, I am blessed. Behold, you are blessed. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.
Thank you, Marilyn. That was wonderful. It's our time of inward shift. And I will be ringing the bowl, and we'll be saying Om together. And Om is sacred. And when you chant it, you're in vibration with the universe. And you feel it in your heart, in your body, in your mind. Just, yeah. So do it the way you like to do it. Because that's what makes it sacred. Because you are a unique expression of God. And we're all in this together. So here we go. One light, one source of all. The infinite is alive in each and every one of us. We are unique expressions of spirit, and all of us are essential to divine life. That one spark in each and every one of us is part of a giant light. And I know and accept that our gathering here together is by sacred appointment, that we support and love each other. We grow and learn together. There is that beautiful, beautiful support. We're guides, we're stewards, we're students. We laugh together, we cry together. And I know that each and every one of us is key to the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. And beyond these walls, our joy in life spreads, our trust in God, our knowing that it's all good, it's all God. So with each of us experiencing our perfect health and well-being, divine friends and family, and such beautiful relationships, and perfect abundance, I know and accept for each and every one of us life beyond our dreams, this or something better. And I know and claim it and accept it as our birthright. So the law is always saying yes. It is always answering in the affirmative, and it does so now. Yes. Bless all of us, and I let these words go with love, peace, deep gratitude, trust, and blessings. So together we say, and so it is. Thank you all. More music.
Every day I get a big surprise just by being alive. Yeah, every day, in every way, I'm grateful for my guide, my spiritual guide, who tells me that all the best's inside and encourages me to walk with pride every day. There's no doubt that life's a gift. May I offer you a lift? All the goodness up it sifts, all the sadness away it drifts. Every day I open up my eyes. I'm glad to be alive. Yeah, every day, in every way, no matter big or small. I see the beauty in all. I love the rise and fall of every day. Ooh, ah. Yesterday I sat in blue, thought there's nothing I can do, not a thing grand or new. Happy days were far and few. Oh, yesterday I lived just to survive. Now I've come to thrive, yeah, every day, in every way. I enjoy the expanse. I've learned that life's a dance, and I take my chance presence every day. Ooh, There's no doubt that life's a gift. May I offer you a lift? All the goodness up it sifts, all the sadness away, away, away it drifts. And every day I get a big surprise just by being alive. Yeah, every day. And in every way I appreciate my guide, my spiritual guide who reminds me all the best inside and has me walk with pride every day.
Give it up for Marilyn one more time. What you may not know is that Marilyn actually donates her performances to this center. So please, let's really, really appreciate. We do pay all of our, except for Marilyn. So turn to somebody and say, glad you're here today. Let's greet one another. Glad you're here so we can have all this beautiful energy in the room. Blessed, blessed be. Blessed be. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So glad you're here. So glad you're here. 504 hours. 504 hours. That's how many waking hours we have in a month. Did you know that? And the reason I'm bringing it up is we're asking you to consider investing 1 to 1.5 hours of those 504 once a month on either the building committee or the abundance committee, right? We're needing to get our flow and our momentum to another level. And that level is there, but we need participation. 3 people on the abundance committee is not abundant, right? So I'm asking you, and here's the deal. If you start with the committee and it isn't working for you, just let me know. No judgment. We're not here to judge you, right? We're here to support you and love you, first and foremost. The sign-up list is over there, but if you have questions for me, let me know. And we actually have a very promising lead on a facility. I know the board doesn't know this yet. So, and a lot of the heavy lifting on the building committee's already been done. We have a whole binder. So please, please look within your heart. Ask yourself, is this community worth my investment of an hour to an hour and a half of my time and my energy? So also, I'm thrilled about next week. You have no idea. I'm so excited. This is the week, you see. I gave everyone a flyer. Everyone see this flyer here? Yeah, this flyer for the Authentic Voices performance, it's not for you. It's not for you. It's for you to give to somebody, post somewhere, or maybe it is for you. I always like visual reminders. Like if it isn't in my visual frame, I forget it. So I want you to consider inviting someone. We're going to have Reverend Dr. Georgia. And here's the title of her talk. You ready? You ready for this? Can God Save America? Great talk title, isn't it? When she sent it to me, I'm like, no, I want to hear what she has to say. And Gina Wesley is an incredible musician and vocal performer, and we're just really fortunate to have her as well. And we'll have some finger foods. Don't worry, the Authentic Voices after service is only 1 hour. We'll make sure you're not hungry, and it'll be a great time. And we're just taking a love offering for the performance. And then, of course, this week, change your thinking, change your life. Because here's what I want you to know. There is a spiritual solution to every problem. And that solution is only a thought away. And it's actually that very line, a spiritual solution to every problem, that really put me on this path, hardcore. Anyone love Wayne Dyer? That was his first PBS program. And I was in the job from hell. Anyone ever been in the job from hell? And I was, zombie switching channels, and I came across Wayne Dyer at the perfect moment when he was giving the Mother Teresa talk, and it spoke right to my heart. And so I bought everything. I didn't even know. I just bought the whole thing. And within 4 months, I had a new job paying me almost 30% more. And that was a level up in my career that led me to managing a $24 million budget and all kinds of doors that I could never open, but I could make welcome. And the same is true for each and every person in here. That's why we're so passionate about it. And you have myself and Rev Lanny. You have Reverends times 2 for 6 weeks, and you get to travel in a safe, supportive space to grow. So please consider signing up or just showing up on Thursday. We got you no matter what your situation is. We just want you in the class. So that's my sales pitch. So I was getting ready to walk out the door, and Rev K goes, "You're looking a little casual for church today." So I put this on. And maybe it helped. I don't know. As many of you know, I wasn't here last Sunday. I went to my brother's celebration of life. And I'm so grateful to have had the time to do that. This is actually his shirt. He loved Hawaiian, see, I know, it'd be okay. He loved Hawaiian shirts, and it goes with jeans in my world, anyhow, and it's what he wore all the time. And he loved 3 things. He loved floors. He had a flooring business for over 40 years. He did floors for Elizabeth Taylor. I didn't know that till I was at the thing. And he loved his family. And he loved football, the Chiefs. And maybe in that order, but we're not going to say that for anybody. Maybe in that order. And I have many fond memories of my brother. It was really hard to get him out of work, though. He loved his work. I think he kind of hid in his work a little bit. I'd come to visit him. He wouldn't go fishing with me. He wouldn't do anything with me. But there was one Sunday that I was there to speak at Springfield, Missouri, which was 3 hours away. And the person that invited me, I thought she was going to drive, and she thought I was going to drive, and we had no car. And my brother stepped up that day. He called off the job. He rented a car, because neither one of the cars would go that far. Took me, sat through my sermon, went to my Taming Your Inner Critic workshop, this, blue collar, guy with like crusty hands sitting there for 2 hours. He loved the workshop. I had to drag him. He's evangelical Christian. Had to drag him out of the Unity Church. And before that event, I'd made up some stories. Don't we do that sometimes? He can't even take time off. I come all the way over. But he always showed up when I needed him. And isn't that what really matters? That we show up for each other when we really need it. So we got to look for the glimmers, right? Not just the shady spots or the imperfections. You ever look at the apple and you only look at the imperfection but not the rest? So that's a little sermonette before we dive into everything. But I did want to thank Rev Lanny for being our practitioner of the day and host last Sunday. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, Rev K. Who was here for Rev K's talk? It was amazing. I listened to it. It was fabulous. And she didn't have very much time to pull the talk together. So I want to just acknowledge the gravity of what's unfolding in our nation. And I want you to know that we're not oblivious to it. We understand that there are many government programs that affect people that are going through changes. And it can be very scary time. And there's this low level of anxiety. Do you kind of feel it in the air? And we're going to step up our support of the congregation. We've been talking about, the ecclesiastical staff's talking about doing a prayer and meditation during the week. Would that be helpful? Would people want that? Yeah, so I don't know which day it's going to happen yet, but I want you to know we're thinking about it. And if there's another way you'd like us to support you or another idea you have, let us know. We're open to it. We're here for you, and we want to make sure everyone is getting fed and supported and no one feels alone during this time. So, have you ever had one of those seasons in your life where everything feels stuck, heavy, and endless? Anybody? Yeah? Or maybe that's you right now. And if it is, you're in the right place, because we know how to lift your spirits. But sometimes in that place, the idea of better days are coming just feels like wishful thinking sometimes, doesn't it? Because that's filling the whole windshield of your world. I know I had 2 cars break down on me in the same day last week, and it just felt like it was endless. I couldn't believe it. 2 cars. What's in my mental equivalent right now? And however, focusing on the idea that better days are coming, what happens is that it changes our vibration. And everything is vibratory in the universe. And it's always playing match game. So the very act of focusing on better days are coming, even if it's just a small belief, shifts what shows up, right? That book that comes your way, that friend, that opportunity, right? We change here, and there, everything else changes. And here's the cool thing. Here's the amazing thing. You don't even have to know the how. How many times have you not letting know the how stopped you from taking any action, right? Yes. That's kind of how we're hardwired. We've been indoctrinated in that. Yet when we change our vibration that we have a complete control over, the how just shows up. That's God's lane. So the next time you hear yourself say, I don't know how, put a pin in it. And remember, that's not your lane. Exactly. Break up with Mr. How. And we're going to talk a little more about that today. I love how Mia Verita puts it. She's a blogger on Medium.com. I'm in love with Medium.com. If you're not on Medium.com and you're spiritual or you're kind of big picture thinker, get on there. She wrote this article called Seize the Sunshine. And in it she says, our internal light can be obscured at times by challenging situations and difficulties in life. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow says, into each life a little rain must fall, or snow in our case. But when we open the curtains to the windows of our mind and allow the sunshine in upon our hearts, something remarkable happens. Our point of view shifts to reveal an enlightened perspective we couldn't see from the shadows. You ever have a day where you're ruminating over a problem, you go to sleep, you wake up, you have a different perspective, and then you see something you never saw? You went, oh, of course, right? Of course. Here's how a very successful musician and songwriter put it, and I think a covert metaphysician in my book, Willie Nelson, said, once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. It's really that simple. But it's not that easy, is it? So we need a little help. That's why we come here. Anyone know the song? Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. I miss my karaoke. That was George Harrison. He wrote that song. But he wrote that song at a time when he was stuck in a dark place with some challenging situations. It was the spring of 1969, and George found himself exhausted, spiritually drained. His creativity was stifled, and he was buried under the legal weight of all kinds of troubles with the Beatles. Every day for him felt like a long winter with no end in sight. Then one day, instead of trudging through yet another business meeting, he decided to do something radical. He skipped it. And he went over, Gesundheit, to see his friend Eric Clapton. Good friend to have, right? Hey, Eric. And he went into Eric's house, and Eric had a beautiful garden in the back, and he walked out in the back, and the first rays of spring were starting to show up at that time period, and he felt the sun on his face. And he felt the melting away of the heaviness of the past season. And in that moment of warmth and renewal, inspiration struck. And sitting in the garden with his guitar in hand, he wrote, "Here Comes the Sun." A song that has become now an anthem for hope, resilience, and the certainty that even the longest winters must give way to the spring. He was able to alchemize those shadows, those difficulties, those heaviness, just by shifting a little bit his perspective and trusting the process. Any Elizabeth Kubler-Ross fans? I'm a huge fan. I love her. Here's what she says. People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out. But when the darkness sets in, their true beauty is revealed only if there is light from within. See, we can't let our light go out, no matter what the weather is in our lives, because that is the greatest and truest beauty of our souls, is our inner light. You ever meet somebody with a bright inner light and that glow just spills onto you? We all have that. So I'm done with my ethics class for ministerial. I am now going to be a full-fledged CSL minister. Even though I'm a minister, I'm now affiliated officially. And in my ethics class yesterday, I heard a great word. I love made-up words. I do. And this one popped up during the presentation. The word is probletunity. Probletunity. Isn't that a great word? It's problem and opportunity squished together. And here's what I know. Within every problem, every seeming darkness, there's an opportunity, a path to come to the light, perhaps in a new way, maybe even a way you wouldn't expect. For George, it was a dark time turned into a hit song. He didn't know that was going to happen. He had no way to create 5 steps and a plan, and right? This was a different energy you're working with. He came to his own inner light and just let it out in a moment that transcended all the splashy mind chatter. What he really did is he changed his state. Because when we change our state from low and heavy and dark and scared and fearful and anxious and ruminating, when we change our state, we move our zip code to a higher state, even just a little bit, sun on the face. We tell ourselves a different story. George told himself a story that the sun is coming, right? And when we tell a different story, how do you feel when you tell yourself a good story? You feel better. And then when we feel better, we want to do more. We want to take more positive action. See? State, story, and strategy, they all work together, but it starts with us stepping into the light. See, the power to transform is without external experiences having to change. We can do that ourselves by bringing our own light to any issue. You can turn problems into probletunity. In fact, I'm going to invite you right now. We're all going to stop having problems and we're just going to have probletunities. Yes. That's it. That's all that's happening in our lives. Another component of stepping into this light is faith. Faith that we know that the sun is coming in our hearts of hearts. You know, we exercise faith all the time. Sometimes it's just walking through, there's a crosswalk, we just walk. Unless you're in San Francisco, you don't trust that. But here, or the green light, you just go. Or you go to bed having faith, you wake up, right? We exercise faith all the time. And see, and it is our work to know that higher ground is coming with the same certainty we know the sun's going to rise. Imagine that level of certainty. Ironclad certainty. And here's the thing, the sun's rising whether we see it or not. And when we're in that anxious state, right, we pull in. You ever see somebody get anxious and they shut their eyes like we squinch, we clench? It's not good. Can't even see it. The sun's right there. We can't see it. You ever have a friend, the solution's right in front of them, but they're so clenched down and they're so in the problem, they can't see it? Yeah, it happens all the time. It's happened to me. I love what Barbara Johnson says. She says, faith is seeing light with your heart when all your eyes see is darkness. She's the author of Plant a Geranium in Your Cranium. I just love saying that. That's why I put that in there. So here's what Ernest Holmes says about faith. Ernest Holmes is the founder of Science of Mind. He's studied all of the world's major religions and came up with some commonalities. And we study a lot of what he taught here. He says, faith is a mental attitude that is so convinced of its own idea, which so completely accepts it that any contradiction is unthinkable and impossible. Right? We know the sun's going to rise. It's almost impossible for us to think that it won't. What if we have that level of faith in our finances, our health, our friendships, our relationships, our walk with Spirit? What would our life look like? You know who had that kind of certitude and faith and knowing? Is Cynthia Stafford. Anyone heard of her? You're going to hear about her now. She was all over the news. She had set an intention to win the Florida lottery, and in 4 months, she won the exact amount she wrote down. And every time that she didn't win, she goes, not this time, but I will win. Not this time, but I will win. What if we did that every time things didn't go our way? Not this time, but I will win. Went on a date, not this time, but I will. Whatever it is. She absolutely knew. And in the meantime, that's when we do our work with the mind. She thought about, well, what am I going to buy? What am I going to pay off? Like she had a plan. She prepared a place, a table. And any resistance, she worked on that too for 4 months. And by the way, she wrote an ebook and has tips online. I see you writing her name down right now. It's the only thing we're going to remember. No, I'm just kidding. That would be me. I would be the only thing I would remember. So let's just do a little experiment. If it's comfortable, close your eyes or lower your gaze and let's take a deep breath in. Let it out. And just become still for a moment. And I want you to imagine or think of the sun in the sky, shining brightly with the blue behind it. And you're standing with your eyes closed and your face pointed towards the sun. You just feel the rays on your face, your skin, the warmth on your shoulders and your chest and your arms. That soothing, warm light. Now I invite you just to make your way back into the room, fully back, eyes open. Who could kind of feel some warmth on their face or their skin, right? Now, did the sun come popping through the ceiling? No, it didn't. See, we can choose, we can have either a better life experience or a bitter life experience, and the difference is a thought away. The difference is only a thought away. Welcome back. Glad you're here. So we're going to pull up a slide here with 3 little practices that you can work on. Oh, we'll probably need to shrink the slide. Sorry. So the first one is meditation and affirmation prayer. To center yourself in the awareness that renewal is inevitable. And there's an affirmation you can work with. It's kind of like Cynthia's affirmation. Even if I can't see it, I know my good is already unfolding. Even if I can't see it, I know my good is already unfolding. And the second is, in meditation. Let me talk about you don't have to raise your hand. But how many times have we said to ourselves, many of us, myself included, I can't meditate? Yeah, you don't have to confess. It's okay. It's church, but you don't have to tell me. Here's what I know. We go into meditative states all the time. And I know everyone out of the 504 hours has 5 minutes to sit and just focus on the cool air in and the warm air out. Set a little timer. You do that, you've meditated, period. Okay? So don't tell me you can't meditate. Because here's what I know. If we apply the $1 million rule, this is my favorite thing to do when people say they can't do things. If someone paid you $1 million to meditate 5 minutes a day, who thinks they could do it? Who thinks? It'd be an absolute truth. But here's the thing, meditation will bring you things $1 million can't. A denser prefrontal cortex, more resilience, and that ability to vibrate in alignment with what you want. $1 million can't do that, by the way. Gratitude practice. Shift your focus. What is already shining in your life? What is already shining in your life? You're here. Some people would love to be here, right? Versus their situation. So where we put our attention, energy flows where attention goes. Or where attention goes, energy flows. So you're caught in that loop, you're caught in that dark space, find anything. Anything. I can breathe. I'm not on an oxygen machine. And, there's somebody worse off than the person on the oxygen machine. So there's always something, some glimmer. And then to act as if, know that spring is coming. Start your preparation. When I want abundance to come in, I go through my closet and everything. I find as many things to get rid of to create space for the inflow. And just do an experiment. Find out, watch what happens, pay attention if you do this. So what small step can you take that will signal the universe you're ready to receive? One woman used to set another plate for her future life partner every night at dinner. She was prepared, right? Sounds crazy, but it worked. So we don't care if it works. Call me crazy, I'm happy, right? That's what we care about. Walt Whitman says, keep your face towards the sunshine and shadows fall behind you. I love that image. And George Harrison, what he did is he kept his face towards the sun and was able to come out of his own shadows. See, the same is true. There's a light already here. It's just waiting for us to step into it, to help us shift conditions. So what expanded experience of life are you stepping into this day with faith that it's just waiting for you? And you don't need a lot. And if you don't believe it, know that I believe it. Borrow my faith. What expanded experience of life are you stepping into this day, right now? No delay. And prepare a place for it, because I am knowing it is so, and that your sunshine is there, just waiting for you to step in to your better next experience. Blessed be. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. So if you would please, or if you can stand, we will do our affirmation. I will say it once, and then we will say it together. Today I step into the light of truth and allow thoughts, words, and actions to be transformed in alignment with the greater good that is ready to manifest in my life. Together. Today I step into the light of truth and allow thoughts, words, and actions to be transformed in alignment with greater good that is all manifest in my life. And so it is. Blessed be. So you're welcome to have a seat, and if you could please take your gift into your hand, and we will, or there's also on the envelopes now in the back pockets are the little QR codes. at the back of the envelope. So if you want to just do the QR code, you can do that. And we have also a text. So you could hold your phone, you could hold whatever your gift is. And so let's say our intentional giving statement together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Take it away, Marilyn.
An incredible thing is happening. We're all here. You and me and you. It's good to be near. Sorry, I changed the arrangement. It's not working great. I apologize. We're gonna start over. Sorry about that. Here we go. An incredible thing is happening. We're all here. Me and you and me. It's good to be near. I show my appreciation. I declare my dedication. I'm so grateful for this atmosphere. Let's sing it again. An incredible thing is happening. We're all here. Me and you and me. It's good to be near. Show my appreciation. I declare my dedication. I'm so grateful for this atmosphere. This is a special time. We're all here and feeling fine as we go. We know our lives are entwined. Let's sing it again. This is a special time. We're all here and feeling fine as we go. We know our lives are entwined. An incredible thing is happening. An incredible thing is happening. We're all here. Me and you and me. It's good to be near. I show my appreciation. I declare my dedication. I'm so grateful for this atmosphere.
So it's with a deep heart of gratitude that I receive these gifts and the intention and vibration with which they have been given, knowing that they continue to expand and multiply the good, the love, the connection, the healing, the oneness, the unity within this community and the greater community, the nation, and the world. Thank you, God. Thank you, good. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, all that is. I release this word, and together we say, and so it is. Blessed be. All right, some thank yous. I want to thank our ushers, Jessica, Rose, and Pat. Let's give it up to them. Our candle lighter, Ian, a.k.a. Ethan. Just kidding. Announcements, Carol, Unterseer. Streaming, we got Shauna and Gary. Soundboard, give it up for Maya. Also, our practitioner of the day, Reverend Madeline. Beautiful reading and prayer. Children's Church, which we're going to invite up today, but not just yet. And of course, our platform hostess with the mostest, Rev K. And I remembered. And our musician, Marilyn Gale. Thank you. So what are you taking away from our experience together today? Light. Faith. New beginnings. Sunshine. Hope. Don't we need hope right now? Absolutely. So we're going to invite Children's Church to come up and share with us what they did today. Let's clap them in. Yes. All right. Who do we have? Who's doing the affirmation? You doing the affirmation? I can hold it.
So what do I do? You can give an affirmation about the values of God in us that we did today.
Here we go.
I am love.
Oh, is that on? It's open. Say it again.
I am love.
All right. There we go. One more time.
I am love.
Oh, she even said it louder. Good job. And who wants to talk about what you did? What'd you do today?
We talked about God,
You did? Yeah. What'd you learn?
that God is always here for us.
Always here for us. Isn't that beautiful? Can we? And here's what I want to say. You guys can repeat after me if you'd like. We want you to know we're here for you. We love you. And we're glad you're here. Wonderful. And let's give it up for Jerry Lynn working with the children today. Beautiful. And thank you, Tate, as well, helping us out. Go ahead and come off the stage, and we'll get ready for our benediction. If you will, please stand.
Okay, so repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It's this thing called sunshine. It's this thing called faith. It's this thing called inner light. I know it. I feel it. I sense it. Because I am it. And so it is. All right, Marilyn, take us home.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
So that video is ready. If anybody would like to stay, we're going to pull it up right now, or you're also welcome to go to the bathroom or get some coffee, and Chana will play for us a little teaser of Authentic Voices.
I said, Daddy, what are we? Are we German, Italian, or French?
Girl, you are African, so write about Africa.
I was in love. It was that once in a lifetime, I can't believe I found the one love. And I couldn't wait to bring him home to meet the family. Grandma, I'm home.
Oh, hello, baby girl. It's so glad to see you. And, who is this?
Oh, this is Michelle.
Michelle? What? Baby girl. He's white.
Oh, he's not that kind of white, Grandma. He's French.
I've got white privilege. How about you? Are you one of the ones who can feel it too?
What's up with you? You got a boyfriend, a husband, or something?
No, I'm gay. I didn't feel comfortable with mine. I wanted a male body. I felt like a lesbian imposter.
I had graduated to the beauty shop of horrors.
Beauty shop of horrors, beauty shop. You knew it was gonna happen. You came out to the club. Somebody's gonna ask you to dance. You can't sit up on the wall and drink all night long. You're gonna have to move. Calm down though. Just step on the downbeat, not the upbeat, right? I know it's so hard for me because I'm half black and everybody expects me to know how to dance and get down. I really want to please my African ancestors, and so sometimes I feel real good. But then again, I'm half white, and that sometimes messes me up. She's a brick. She's part of my head, just letting it all hang.
Great show. It was fantastic. I would recommend it to anyone and everyone to come hear honest stories from a lot of different people.
It was great. It was great. It was challenging in the right ways, I feel like.
It was, on one hand, it was normal and regular, like that should happen all the time. On the other hand, it was spectacular. I've never seen anything like that before.
I have tickets to professional theater, and this is by far one of the best theatrical performances I've ever seen.
So there you go. Bring a friend. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much for staying for the trailer Sunday, this next Sunday.